Hey everybody, how's it going? We got War of the Dork episode 32 for you today. You recall from the last two wars we had Mobile Gamers, Greenhouse, got our butts kicked from them. We went off. Maybe we could have contended with them, but we decided not to risk it. And then our second war we got placed against Legion, which is an unwinnable war for us, unfortunately. So that's 2 losses in a row, so we really needed to win this one. We didn't get any pushover team. We got TSM, or Superfly. I don't know what their name is, but they're a great alliance. 18 million punch up, but they were off for, so we went on because we needed to win one. We need to win the next 4, right? So this one plus 3 more. But let's get into it real quick. I'm actually going to fast forward through some of the fights that I show more often than not, just to speed this up because these videos get pretty long. I know not everyone wants to watch 20 minutes of it. So this is a punch down. I think this was about 100k punch down, and it was X-Force against Sinister 6, and Sinister 6 with Vulture. Now, Vulture kind of messes up with the symbiote counter to Sinister 6, but it plays right into the X-Force hands, which is great. So you get a bunch of speed, and you get to go off, and especially since these members weren't very strong, made it even easier. Before anyone gets a turn, my X-23 and my Negasonic clear the map of everything except the Doc Ock, who is about 180k here. And I would have been comfortable punching across on this team with X-Force, especially I don't think they were boosted. Even if they were boosted, you're going to kill somebody immediately before the Electro gets to go. Probably you're going to take out the Electro. I'd rather deal with the slows from Vulture than the offense down from Electro. So you get that done, and then you just kind of snowball. You start taking everybody out. Lots of splash damage to deal with any Mysterio clones. And then once you get it to be just Doc Ock, as long as your team is strong enough, his healing is very annoying, but you're going to get through it easily enough. He goes down here. And the key to this matchup, guys, is your X-23 and your Negasonic. And if you want to be super careful, your Deadpool 2, make sure they're within at least like 15k of the Doc Ock. If not, you might get into the problem of not being able to take him down, even when it's just him versus your entire team. So keep that in mind. So yeah, you see, none of the other characters are above 100k, so we wipe the floor with them pretty quickly. Here's deck number 2. I'm not taking any chances here. My last war against Legion, I lost my Black Order against a Wave 1 Avenger Coulson team. Whether that was from misplays or from terrible RNG, I didn't want to risk losing with Black Order this time, so we do a sizable punch down into Skillitary. Now, this wasn't necessary. This was, I guess, in security because we got defense down all over the place, or I missed something. And you see Corvus, he doesn't get a turn. Punisher smacks hard. He hits really, really hard, and he actually goes before Thanos' second turn. Or did I do 2 autos? No, yeah, he goes before Thanos' second turn. So your Corvus is likely going to die in this matchup. Now, what I like to do normally against this team is I like to take an uncanny hybrid into it because Phoenix really does give them problems. And when I do that, I like to take like Phoenix, Colossus, Cyclops, and then no other X-Men. I'll take somebody like Captain Marvel to get around the Red Guardian, or I'll take like Squirrel Girl to cleanse a bunch of stuff and stuff like that. I think that's very important. So this is Team Superfly, TSF, not TSM. That's a League of Legends thing. So here's attack number 3. Now this is a straight punch across in security and in engineering, and this is Shadowlands against Secret Avengers, but you'll notice that this is no Kestrel. But I think this is still pretty important because the idea here is I want to know if Shadowlands are going to get to be able to kill the Kestrel before she takes a turn, and that will be the case just because of the speed. Now you notice Moon Knight went before my other characters there. That's because we still had Hanger Up, and that's going to be pretty important to this matchup. You're going to want to make sure you have Hanger Up. So White Tiger actually survives, and that's probably because of the Moon Knight passive. Now that's a very important passive to the Shadowlands team, and I suggest it being like one of your top priorities because they're super squishy. In retrospect, in this matchup, I probably would have went for the Coulson first. If it was a bigger Coulson, I would have been worried about my White Tiger. But Sharon Carter is no joke. She may just be your run-of-the-mill spy, but she hits so hard in this game. So we got a lot of minions coming up right now, but on their own, the minions don't do a crazy amount of damage. So what I want to do is I want to take out the non-minion characters, and then we'll worry about the minions after. Now, if there was a Kestrel up, that would probably be a different story, because I'd be worried about them proccing the Kestrel passive. So there you go. Maria Hill gone. Now just some minions left and Nick Fury. And I think I'm going to start taking out some minions here. So that's a very weak Elektra I have there, but that's okay. Daredevil actually gets away with 3 hits before he gets countered out of his ult, which is great. And then White Tiger making use of her passive, getting a bunch of speed while she takes out these minions, which is amazing. Really like White Tiger's character. Can't wait to be able to farm some yellow stars if Scopely ever lets us. I guess that's a Phantom immunity because that slow did stick. And there you go. So that's Punch Across. Again, no Kestrel. I assume Kestrel is going to replace Nick Fury in that team, or even Maria Hill, because they probably don't want to have the summons up when the Symbiotes in the world. Symbiotes will still struggle against that team with Kestrel and Summoners. I think that'd be an ill-advised move. So here we go. 100k punch up. This is like the first test I gave to my X Factor team, and it's against Marauders with Scientist Supreme. And you see the offense up. Namor does hit my Shatterstar pretty hard, but he's okay. And then he goes and puts defense up out there, because I know Emma Frost is going to clear the defense down if I chose to put it, so we just don't do that. And we just group them together and start beating them up. Now here's where it gets a little dangerous. Scientist Supreme puts some stuff out there. We got a lot of resist though, which is great. Namor did unfortunately get the offense down, but it's still going to crit, still gives speed out to the boys, and there they go. Dad Bros in action. The defense down that Scientist Supreme put on them, I guess, or did my Shadow Starters do that? I'm sorry, I must have missed it. I would go back, but it really is a non-matter, because X Factor clearly just demolishes them. As long as you don't die to something silly, like, say, my Namor was way stronger than Shatterstar and one-shot him. That's not the case. You're going to be able to basically auto this. We take out the dupe, just because I'm the dupe guy, not you. And then we just put the dupes, start beating up Sinister. They do so little damage. This is definitely a point where you want to throw it on auto, just because. We do basics over abilities here, because the basics hit 3 times instead of just twice like it would hit on the Emma and Sinister. So that's how that goes. More chances for crits, right? And that's important. And the dupes just going to town, doing their measly 19,000 damage. Come on now. Could have hit auto at this point. Alright, we'll punch our way through it. Namor gets the honors there, and there you go. So that's a very easy 100k punch up. And I think I'll try 200k punch up if I see any Marauders team that doesn't have Doom on it at that size. Attack number 5. This is a much bigger punch up. This is Secret Avengers, the totality of the Secret Avengers, and it's a giant 200, and let's get the real number for that. It's a 170k punch up into Emmarauders. So we go ahead and we spread the speed up from Fury instead of summoning minions, and I think that's important. Speed does win matches in the war. I know you've heard me say that 1,000 times. And Sam's going to give us a bunch more speed on that note. And this Mystique is already in trouble. We'll summon the boys here. That's going to proc Kestrel, I believe. Yeah, there you go. We just basic him there. We could have ulted and removed all his buffs, but that's okay. Would have got cleansed anyway. And we did save our Kestrel ult, so I believe she's about to take off. Yeah, there goes all of Strafe's abilities. Actually, he's just going to die here, isn't he? Boom. Kestrel's a beast. Secret Avengers without Kestrel are actually still pretty strong. Kestrel just makes them undeniably strong. And I think I'm going to be using this team against Dooms as soon as I get enough T4s to put one into Sharon Carter's special for the extra turn on the ability block. 2 turns of ability block is a Doom death sentence, and I can't wait to try that and hopefully use it against an Emmarauder team, although I don't see them much anymore. But you guys you'll see that as it comes. Basically, I've been going on for every single war, more for fun than anything else. Lets me put out videos with more attacks, right? So it's all good. Here we'll go Emma. Ooh, on the assist from Fury. And I like Fury on this team, especially on offense, just because of that assist mechanic on his passive. I think that's really important. And I think Secret Avengers are going to be stronger on offense than defense, but they'll still give problems to people on defense, so you might see them there. I don't really like them there, though. But you know, I know you haven't seen my defense, but it's atrocious. I way prefer offense. I'd rather build more offense teams, and as one gets kind of pushed out of the meta, throw it on defense. All right, this is a 200k punch down. This is in the morning where there's not much left, and we're just setting up toes. So this is my Falcon+Doom team against a Brotherhood+Doom team. Now, the reason I was okay doing this stupidly large punch down is basically because in these matchups, these Doom matchups, it doesn't matter what's around Doom except in how they affect the race to get to the ult, and if they'll prevent you from killing the enemy Doom when you do reach that ult. And this size of a Brotherhood just isn't going to do that. In fact, with my big Punisher and his new T4 in the ultimate, I'd be comfortable doing a punch across with this team for sure against Brotherhood+Doom. You get the speed from Falcon, you get the speed up from Black Widow, you hold off on the ult from Punisher, Red Guardian over there protects you, and then as soon as you get more turns, like watch this damage here. Oof. Oof. Punisher. Punisher's ult just killed everybody. Even if the team was stronger, Punisher's ult still would have absolutely wrecked them, and then Doom's ult would have finished everybody off, and then Punisher still would have got 3 more turns. So a punch across, a punch up 100k would have been perfectly fine for that team you just saw. So I don't know if I'm going to build up all the way Skillitary, because I love having that Doom team. That kill any Doom team. Here's attack number 7. Very similar as well, except an even bigger punch down. I think this was like 250k, and it's another Brotherhood+Doom team. So Rhino is obviously key here. Takes all the blinds off people, and then it's just do your thing, right? So there you go. Cleared all the blinds. Now Zemo's going to do his thing. Clears everything but the taunt on Blob. That was what happened last war too. I didn't like that because I almost killed the Blob and stop myself from spreading the ability block on Doom. So I kind of learned my lesson there. I didn't even throw the ult. What I want to do is I'm going to save at least one ability block for Doom on his second turn. Now we go ahead and we actually kill the Blob, because it is a weak Blob, right? This is just a stupidly large punch down. And we're going to abuse our power, just take out their tanks. Doom just took his first turn, so now he gets the ability block, and this match is officially over. So I think we're going to add an extra ability block. Yeah, so Silver Surfer does 2, so that kind of overrides the one Zemo put on, which is fine. There goes Rhino, which is actually to our benefit because it gives Silver Surfer some offense up. He's not even going to get to use it. There goes Doom. So giant punch down. I wish these weren't big punch downs because they don't need to be, and it makes my stat line look better, but it is what it is. Taking out Doom team so other people have their options left is always a plus for your alliance. Here comes attack number 8. Again, guys, another giant punch down. I expected more from these top-end alliances defense. Like, when I faced Mobile Gamers Alliance, I was like, man, this is actually really doable, which is why I think we could have given them a run for their money. The alliance here, they were off, so, I mean, we didn't have the same race. Their barracks and medbay went down super quickly, and our armory stayed up the entire time. But I still expected more than these, like, baseline 500k teams. So you do end up doing a lot of punch downs. Maybe I should build up my defense a little bit more since my offense is carrying me. But like I said, I'm gonna make offense teams, and then they're gonna rotate into the defense when they become obsolete. Here's attack number 9. This is the second to last attack, and this is a 70k punch down, Astonishing X-Men into Symbiotes, and I'm gonna speed this one up, guys. All you need to do is use your Bishop special on Scream. You get a bunch of speed, and then the game is over. So there you go. Boom. And the one after this, I sped this up too, And this is Infinity Watch against another Doom Brotherhood, I believe. Oh, so here, I wanted to show, I was going to do this Heroes for Hire, but this was the last team in the enemy's armory, and we were leaving that up as like a camaraderie thing. So then I go over here, it's in Cargo Bay, and I will do this Doom Marauders instead. Or sorry, Doom Brotherhood instead. And I think that's pretty cool at the top level how they do that. Like, hey, we're off, guys. You're going to roll us. Can you leave armory and hangar up as long as possible so we can at least get some war tickets without too much pain? It's like, yeah, of course. But I also hate being off all the time. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any, like clashing. And I like the clash. And I'm hoping we get some clashes next week where it's like both alliances are full steam and they're going for it and no one's holding back regardless of the punch-up. Hopefully we'll get back to doing those. But I still like the camaraderie here. It's like, we don't want to screw you over. This was such a big punch-down. I end up killing all of the Brotherhood members, and I still activate Doom's ult. Unfortunately for him, he attacks my Fire Level, prompting a counter, which gave him offense down. So his ult did nothing, even without the offense down. It wouldn't have done nothing. So easy win there. Nothing impressive. But it's a good war. And actually this war, I snag the MVP. It's me. We did 18 million damage. We went 10 for 10. No defensive wins because that would be embarrassing for them. And 4 boosts. I wasn't supposed to boost, but I did that before being told that they were off. That's the first thing I do every war is I go and I boost all the giant Heroes for Hire teams that everybody but me has to try and do my part on defense. But anyway, guys, that's how it goes. So if you like this video, like and subscribe up there. Not that button, but like it says. And I'll see you in the next one. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll check you later. Peace.